Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day. And today is Wednesday the 22nd, I think. It's 22nd. What damn day is it? It is the 22nd, yes. Wednesday the 22nd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning fairly early, nothing real bad, nothing real major. Got the dogs taken out, got them all wrapped up and cared for. All the medications and all the food and all the fun with it. Jumped in the hot tub for a little bit, got myself a soak in, and I'm just really hating this hot tub. I don't know what it is about it, just not a big fan at all of this damn hot tub. So went ahead and got a few things around the house done, did a little yard work here and there, moved a few things around. Went ahead and had a couple things I needed to go get from Home Depot, so I thought I'll go around and get that done. So I ran to Home Depot, grabbed some stuff I needed, and it's kind of funny. I took the Suburban up, and I just get random people who stop me and ask me like what year it is, or you talk about the truck and stuff. And I don't know if you call it a truck, Suburban, so station wagon with full frame. But it always kind of cracks me up. Reminds me of kind of like walking around with my Great Dane. When he's with me, people usually will stop and talk to us because of the dog kind of stands out. My truck kind of stands out, and it kind of makes me giggle. But definitely not something, if you're an antisocial person or in a massive hurry, not the best vehicle to own. So, but yeah, got that done. Picked up a couple items I needed. I got some pulleys. I'm gonna make some little rope pickup basically to pull up that tarp canvas thing I have for the patio. So I went ahead and picked up some of those. Didn't get the ones I really wanted, just because the ones I was seeing online for what they wanted to pay for it were insanely expensive. And I couldn't justify spending 9 times as much per pulley. And I think these will work. They're just not going to be as pretty, and they're not going to be quite as handy, but they should work and do the job. And then, depending on how much I hate it, I'll change it out. I was going to just tie them into my rafters of my soffit overhang, but the way the house is built, it's kind of a weird setup. I've never owned a block home before, and maybe this is a traditional block home building. But normally, you would have your wood wall, you would have your rafters that would go out with like a flat piece, and the triangle part would go up to the roof, peak line. So ridge line, I guess we want to call it. That would be your peak. Because it's a block home, the rafter boards going up the peak just rest on the block. There's no flat board going in the soffit. So the soffit is basically tied to the stucco block home and then tied to the end of the rafters with the fascia board. But in the old house, we'd have what we call strapping or whatever stuff that come out on a wood block house or wood stick built house. And I was going to just anchor straight into those 2x4s or 2x6s, depending on what year the house was built, for the rafters, and hang off my pulleys from there. But there's nothing there. It's 1.5 feet or so ahead with the roof line. So it's, 13 inches up or whatever. And I thought, well, I could probably pull all this fascia down. And then my thought was going to screw in right to the soffit through the fascia right there and just tap into it and just put a little dent or a little hole in the venting, and it'll be no big deal. But now I have to take down a few pieces, rig up a block setup with 2x4s and whatever and whatnot, and some kind of strapping to hang it down, maybe some hurricane straps or whatever to pull it down to tie it into. Then it becomes less stable, so I need to tie over to the second one and come back up, and it would become a lot of work that I'm like, God, to put the pulleys that I want in here, block and tackles, it's just not worth the work. It's not worth the squeeze, I guess, for the juice. So I was like, yeah, the hell with it. Went and found something that works. I hope. We'll see. But it's just definitely not going to be quite as pretty. But it'll be, 7 hours less work probably of actual labor time, and probably save me $300 by the time we get the whole thing done. So that's what I'm going to do. Was able to kind of change my mind on the fly, which not really impressed with the way it's going to be, but it should work. That's all that matters. So it'll make it easier. Right now I got to roll it out by hand and then prop it up with some 4x4s that I have. I think they're 2x4s, some cedar 2x4s that I just have them wedged against the soffit. So it's definitely not the safest way, not the easy way. If a dog would knock that out, they could fall and whatever, but they're wedged and they're pretty damn tight, so I can't see a dog be able to knock them down. But definitely is just, I can't control it. I can't lower it like halfway down, and if it's, say it's just windy or just raining, I want to cover up part of it, can't do that. It's either all up or all down. That's all I have. So it kind of becomes what it is. So got that done, got back to the house, played the dogs a little bit, hung out there for a while, was looking online and saw they had a 3D printer that I've been looking at wanting to get for a while for fun, just to make stupid stuff. kind of a toy, I guess. In the way, it's almost like an RC car. I've been looking to find some kind of weird little hobby type thing to do to play with and kind of entertain myself while I'm out here with the dogs and stuff. And my laser does fine, but it's just, I don't know, it's getting boring with the laser. So they had the 3D printer on sale for 75 bucks off. So I stuck it in my cart real quick. Thought no big deal. Looked at a couple of items and kind of watched a couple of YouTube videos, make sure it's the one I thought I wanted. Trying to make my mind up if I want to spend that much money, because it's not free, but it's also not the price of a one wheel either. You know, so it's not super expensive. But went ahead and I was looking at it, went back, and it was no longer on sale. I'm like, shit, did I miss this? And I realized it's the one day only sale, like flash sale, but when you put it in your cart, you only have 15 minutes. It was 5 minutes, I'm sure to actually order it. So it basically stops you, I guess, from price shopping it or from holding up inventory that they're holding for you that they can't sell to other people. I'm not sure which. So went back in, took it out of my cart, put it back in my cart. It was 75 bucks off. So I ordered a couple rolls of filament and went ahead and said held it, put it in the cart, and got it ordered. So it should be here tomorrow. 1 day shipping, which also seems insane to be able to get stuff next day. It just seems crazy as all get out. And I got that ordered, and I got to looking at different stuff and got to think about it. I've got some wood here I bought to make table legs for a dining room table for my wife. And she finally told me not a while back, not that long ago, that she finally decided she wanted it like bar height, same height as our bar countertop area in the kitchen. I'm like, okay. So I went and bought some lumber and started trying to build it, doing a half lap, you know, cross joint, kind of like a farm table looking thing out of some cedar 4x4s and that. And because I don't have a table saw, I don't have the right tools, I don't have a shop set up. I was trying to do it with like a hand saw and whatnot, and just I'm not comfortable enough with the tool to get a good finished result out of it. So in the process of being disgusted with it, would have been fine, it would have held up, it would have worked, this would have been ugly. And I get weird. I don't want somebody to know I did that. If I found it at a yard sale, I'd be like, yeah, cool, found it at a yard sale, 20 bucks, don't care. But when I tell somebody I made this, it makes me super embarrassed of how shitty it looks. So not willing to use that device or use those legs, I said held it and ordered a set of metal legs online, and basically got leveling feet, and they got some other nice stuff that'll be fun to have. So now all I have to do is basically get the top finished, and then when the legs get here, install the legs and have a table, and then do a find tall stools. So I got that done as well. It's kind of a fun little thing that just kind of comes with it. So I watched a few videos on like setting up and assembling the 3D printer and all that fun stuff. Went and got my run in, got my shower, ended up having ourselves leftover chicken Alfredo for dinner, and got a call from my father-in-law. He wants me to mount the TV on a different wall in the house, which is where I said it should have been to begin with. Nobody wanted to listen to me, so we're gonna move that. I'm gonna mount that on the wall for him, and I figured that out at some point. But other than that, pretty much same old. Went ahead and ended up just back outside after watching a little bit of TV during dinner. Had myself a nice little cigar, wrapped it up, and called it a day. So talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.